Hey world, I'm Tamara Jasmine with jasminesoiree, and I have in my presence some legends. We're gonna start to my left. I have Pimp Tight, MJG, and A-Ball, the man that explained to us what it means to be 10 toes down, right? So from Memphis, Tennessee, Orange Mound, did y'all ever think that your career would be what it's become?
Not in the beginning. We just hoping and dreaming.
Yeah.
Really had no idea that it would go this far. But we always said that if we got home, we would try to take it as long and go as hard as possible.
So let's go all the way back. You two met at Ridgeway?
Yeah.
Was that 7th grade? So how did this friendship start?
Probably the love for similar things brought us together, music and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And we just gravitated toward each other some kind of way. You know how kids do, you know. We were both at a new school though too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
the stuff we was doing was like alien then, so like you say, it's what kind of brought us together, because us messing around with the music craft and stuff, the sound at that time, hip hop, was almost unheard of.
It was. Everything was about East Coast.
Then it wasn't a bunch of kids our age that like to shoot pool and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
That was 1 hour.
You shoot pool?
Yeah.
I challenge you to a game.
Already?
I'm a little decent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little decent. We'll see what you like, okay, don't play with me.
I'm like, hold up.
Yeah, because I don't want no hard feelings in the end. Yeah, I don't want no hard feelings.
I'm glad you wanted this.
Already. So how old were you guys when you finally was like, this is what we want to do, this is business, let's put this group together?
Probably fresh out of high school.
Okay.
Fresh into adulthood. We kind of was, like we were starting to quit jobs and stuff around that time.
Back then.
To do it, to actually do it around that time. We still hadn't really got on, but we kind of felt like, we wanted to give it a good try.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then high school as well. We had a song called Listen to the Lyrics.
Listen to the lyrics, yep.
91, you know what I mean? And we had just graduated high school that year. Like this, graduated in June or May or June, something like that. And then that summer, that song came out, you know what I mean? So we kind of, we had the big crew at first, and then it just kind of got down to two. And two works. So do you guys feel like you were always respected in the beginning when you guys first came out in the industry? No, I don't think.
It was like, to the industry, the whole South itself, was kind of like an experiment.
Right.
It's like, the whole hip hop, we were still kind of on the early side of hip hop to where they figured that hip hop itself wasn't even last that long.
That's true.
Unless the South, it was like, it really wasn't, like Cash was asking us, did we ride horses?
Really?
That was the image that you got to think about. Well, I don't know where you from.
Los Angeles.
And see people from places like Los Angeles and New York, and when they come to the South, it only be like he said, the visit people or something like that, and they don't see the whole. We lived in a neighborhood, sidewalks and streets under us, but people thought,
it was like dirt roads.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. They thought it was like super country, and it is places like that in the South. But then you also learn when you travel that there's places like that everywhere. You got your country, rural areas in New York and
in LA.
California.
That's true.
So it's country everywhere, man. But the world at that time had a blind eye to you know, the South.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
South. Like at that time, you know, it still was just a lot of talking about, you know, the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King dying in Memphis too.
Yeah.
So, you know, and you know, that was kind of the only thing that was known about Memphis. Martin Luther King dying, Elvis Presley, you know, the civil rights movement, you know, at that time. You know, so we had to kind of like explain and kind of like show our hip hop movement and, you know, in the scene and kind of let everybody know that we was kind of like doing the same thing.
Right.
You know, like Memphis had this hip hop scene, you know, back in the day. You know, but, you know, we had to get out there and, you know, like let people know that.
How important was it for you guys to carry your city on your back and just, it's a lot of work, like you guys put the city on?
Yeah, we always talked about Memphis on every, that's where we from, born and raised, you know, where we knew best, no matter where we lived at, but we always try to live somewhere else throughout a lot of our career in other cities, you know, but I mean, Memphis was always the subject matter in most of our songs, and you know, we always repped it, and that, you know, we were definitely one of the first.
That's cool. So, 93, coming out hard. I just want to know, what was the thought process, the emotions that y'all put, because that album is a classic to anybody. Like, you guys are probably everybody's favorite rapper's favorite rapper. What was that process like when you were doing that album?
It just was, like I said all the time, it just was us really doing us. We, you know, we did all that production. You know, like in the beginning, like we said, we had kind of like a team in the beginning. You know, we had producers, other rappers, dancers, DJ, all that type of stuff in the beginning. But then all that kind of dwindled down to just us. You know, all of us was young. You know, we were going our different ways. People were having kids at different times, certain jobs. You know, we had friends going to the military, all types of stuff. You know, so you know, at that time, you know. I guess also too, like he said, that was the only album that me and him made all the music and everything.
And that is the classic.
Yeah, that's the only one we did all the music, and it was really an introduction to our style. We didn't know it at the time. You know what I mean? We were just doing our music. You know, we fresh in Houston. We had a suitcase apiece of records, wax records, 4/5s and albums that we got, both of us, from our parents. He got from his parents, I got from my parents. And we took, Coming Out Hard was made from, you know, all the samples and all that stuff literally came from wax records that our parents gave us, you know what I'm saying? So that was another thing that probably made that special, and we didn't know it. You know what I mean? So that was just.
I think, you know, at that time we was at that point, you know, like we was leaving another label. And like I said, you know, our crew had been kind of, it wasn't because of nothing personal, and then, you know, we were still cool with all our crew and everything. But, you know, we was just like on a mission, you know, it was something we were forced into that we had to do. You know, because it was us two, you know, that got the deal. And, you know, we knew at the time, you know, we didn't have time to look for producers or put a team together. And, you know, we just went.
And then that was the thing too at that time, like everybody around us did their own music and made their own beats, you know. Rapper Gangsta Pat from Memphis, you know, he was before us, you know, and we got blessed enough to watch him produce and stuff in the studio, and he was one of the cats that made his own music and rap, you know, and another cat named Psycho. He did a lot of the early stuff, and he, you know, these were just the in-house producers, you know. Slice T and his brother.
You know, and we always, you know, that's the environment that we came out of. it was normal, for each group to do their own music and stuff like that,
Right.
So that's the type of stuff we came up around and we was inspired by, so that's just all we knew, so we just went in doing the music and coming up with them concepts and, and now, it's kind of like a common thing, but, like being in the studio and having a house studio and
Right.
in the room with the equipment, we was doing that stuff when people didn't even know what it was, like we was like
before they made it
13,
convenient.
like,
Wow.
yeah, we've been in the studio room since we was 12, 13. Like everybody doing it now, but back then, like our parents or something used to come in the room and be like, what the hell? They don't know what's going on. Like,
Right.
They didn't know.
All that noise, your friends gotta
plugged up
leave.
and this and that.
Yeah.
So we really been doing this studio room thing pretty much all our life.
Yeah.
So do you think that the new way of technology makes it easier for the younger generation coming through the entertainment? Or do you feel like how it was when you guys came out kind of built character? Because you guys are still in the game after 20 years.
It's really kind of both, things. It's like the way the music and stuff set up and kind of getting into the game is a little simpler, so it could help. But then at the same time, like you said, you have to find other ways to build that character, and make your character and stuff, because nowadays you can kind of like get in the game like it's right here. Or make some music or something quick, just like get on the laptop fast.
Right.
Ultimately, in the long run, it still turn out to be the same thing, but like you say, it's other things along the way that you have to use to build character and stuff. Because like you said, just getting into the music industry now can be kind of quick, and that's why a lot of cats go out quick. Like they come in quick,
And they gone.
make big money quick,
Right.
and be gone quick. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is like that now. You know what I'm saying? They want it fast.
They can get it
I want it
fast.
good fast.
That's true.
And I want it over fast, and I want something new fast. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is now.
Okay. So, Ball, question. Explain to us 10 toes down for those that don't quite understand what that means.
Hey, that just means that you about what you about, man. You real with it. You stand on it. You know what I mean? 10 toes down. If you're 10 toes down about something, you stand on it. You all the way in there. Yeah.
What has been your biggest lesson in this business?
You learn them every day. It's always a classroom. Life is a classroom every day.
And just trying to keep, a decent reputation, because if you stay around long enough, everything is full circle. And you may meet a lot of the same people, if they stay around, and you'll go through the same situations, just in a different time.
Just in a different time.
And know your business. That's the biggest lesson learned probably by every artist, entertainer, whatever. Know your business. You know what I mean? That's the biggest and hardest lesson any artist can and will learn. Know your business.
So I have to ask you how this song come about. You guys were featured on Mace's album, The Player Way. Tell me about that, because that was a dope track. How did that happen?
It all started around the time we was really like at our peak one in the South, like we was bubbling.
Okay.
And that's when we first got acquainted with Diddy. Of course we already knew him as far as who he was, but we wasn't acquainted personally. And he was reaching out and inquiring about us, because every time he came through that region, and we're close to that region, that's all he was hearing.
Right.
And he asked us, to come out and perform at a Bad Boy show one time in Atlanta, but it was going to be a secret surprise. He didn't tell anybody. And so, like in the middle of their show, he called us out. You know, we turned the show out.
Crowd lost it.
Yeah. And they lost it, and from that point, you know, he always wanted to do something with us. And Mace was up next. You know,
Right.
and, that was his debut album. And you know, like the rest, pretty much history from there. You know, he wanted us to get on that song. And you know, that was it. You know, that's when we met Mace and everything. And you know, that's how it happened. That's really kind of how our relationship started. It kind of led to later us being on Bad Boy, but it was later, you know, because at that time we were still on Swamp. So it may have been about, 4 years after that or something. 4 or 5 years.
It was a lot of years after that, because Playaway came out in the 90s, and we didn't sign with Bad Boy till like 05 or something. We was at J-Core in 02.
Well, no, you know, we signed with Diddy in 02, but we didn't tell them about the 04. You know, when the album came out, came out in 04,
Gotcha.
But yeah, that the Playaway sparked the whole, our whole relationship with Bad Boy and stuff.
Yeah, that was probably about 5 years before we left Squad, but you know, but we had that relationship.
Right.
And I said we left Squad maybe about a year or two after that. We got back in touch with each other. But, you know, we wound up doing another song. We did the song on this album called P. Diddy and the Family. And it was called Roll
that album.
with Faith Evans. But at the time, he was on the P. Diddy and the Family album, but we wasn't on Bad Boy at the time.
Gotcha.
That was just like a show of love, you know, just a gesture. Just to show us, you know, how bad he wanted us over there.
Right.
You know, so we got on that song, you know, it was another hit. And, you know, I guess from that point, you know, the rest is history.
Well, from there.
As far as us, you know, getting on Bad Boy.
So I know you guys have to get out of here, but I want to ask you, what has been the secret? Because you guys have remained relevant for over 2 decades.
Yeah. We be being ourselves. That's all I can contribute to.
And don't worry about it. You know, like don't worry about your style. You know, because an artist gonna always be his hardest critic, and you know, we always trying to be a perfectionist and all this here, but you know, like over the years, really just doing you. You know, like doing you it can get old to you,
right?
Because it's you, and then, you know, that's all you ever did, you know. But you just have to remember that that it's something else that the people are seeing, you know. Like, you know, it's always unique and brand new to your fans, you know. And so that's why we just try to, you know, just stick to the program, you know.
Gotcha.
It ain't, you know. You know how they say, you know, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it.
Don't try to fix it.
You can spend too much time and energy on trying to fix something that don't need fixing, you know. And that's, you know, that's the formula, you know. If it's working, you know, if the people like it, then we just have to beat ourselves and stay on ourselves to stay in the box and not go too far out of it. Because, you know, as artists and perfectionists, you know, we always trying to do something better than we did the last time, or something different. But then at the same time, you know, we learned over all these years that you have to work on staying the same and making it look new and polishing it off.
Right.
You know, instead of going too far outside the box.
Right.
And the fans too.
Yeah. I mean, you guys stayed and took a picture with everybody that stood in that line. You don't see that in this day. Yeah.
Well, truth be told, now they was paying for it last night, so we were definitely gonna stand in line until they finished.
Okay, fair enough.
We are those guys as well. Like, we stop for people everywhere. You know, it's rare that Ball and G say no to taking a picture or signing something for somebody or talking to a fan or listening to somebody's music, or, you know, it's rare, you know, and that's one of the things. Like, our fans see something, they hear something, you know, and, you know, we just be ourselves, man, you know.
That's dope. I have one last question. You guys did Stay Fly, and that was kind of like a collab with Young Buck and 3-6 Mafia. Was there pressure like on you guys, like all of y'all from Tennessee, and you've never made a record, or was it something like, you know, we got to do this?
Yeah. Now
Something got to do.
everybody felt like it was gonna be big,
And it was.
and because it never really been done before,
Right.
And it was one of 3-6 Mafia biggest songs.
Uh-huh.
You know?
And what I be.
Yeah.
We rocked it today. Well, fellas, I know that you guys have to go. I want to personally say thank you for everything that you guys have contributed to. I'm not going to limit it to hip hop. I'm going to say to the music industry. You guys are still standing strong, and I appreciate you guys taking time out to talk to me.
Thank you.
All love and respect. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Ball, I'm coming over to hug you.
Already.